back, everyone, to the episode of Timberborn with me, Dr. Munchkin. So last time, if you've been following along, we did a bit of expansion. We kind of migrated up here. We're getting water in here to get some mangroves online to get some more food. We're now planting trees up here as well because this water source is providing that. We can even extend out a little bit more farmland or forest over here because we do have a little bit of room. I could add some actually right there, and we will probably do that. But more importantly, we actually got our tube network partially installed. So this is all connected over here, and then we did get this connected up here to get this all connected. So we are having power diverted from here. We do want to get power up here, but we have run into a critical problem. Critical problem said B, we're out of logs. And logs are used to generally make, if I look at power, a large water wheel costs 70 logs and 80 planks. So that is quite a bit of material that we will be needing, but we are wanting to do that just because the power network is not being supported. We also have a bad tide approaching that popped at the end of last episode. We're not terribly worried about that, just because we do have our diverter valve that got installed. So I'm kind of happy about that one. But today, hopefully, we can solve the wood crisis. That would be a nice thing. And then move on to other bigger, badder things. Alright, but in terms of trees, I can do birch, which is very quick, but I think I just want more oaks. So if we just do that, and then we can also mark for cutting all of that as well, because you guys should be able to cut all that, which is perfect. Alrighty. These guys were almost mature, by the way. So if I look over here, he is 94%. So we should start to be getting a flux of these in, which should help with the creation of stuff. But we do want to go ahead and prioritize this more than anything just to get up here. We are making metal blocks, and we do have a bit of planks available to be able to support this, but we do not really have gears is the problem. But if we start mapping this out a wee bit, we kind of want it over here just to be able to connect up nicely. Landscaping, let's go ahead and get a levee. Do I want a levee? Let's see, power wheel, large power wheel. Needs to go up one. We'll actually just build a platform for that. So yes, we are gonna want you, probably you, and you. So this will be a nice little power network, hopefully. I failed. I failed horribly. That's fine. What we're going to come here is just remove those. So that's going to get me some power there. We could potentially, let's see about squeezing another one in here like that. So I just need another platform here, power wheel here. We can connect that up fairly easily. You can see they can build through the tubes, which is really nice. And can I squeeze one more? Can't do that one. I could put it here, but I would just need a double platform. And that should be good for now, I would think. We will obviously need something like this just to be able to get these connected. And then I do want a platform just to make it a little bit easier. And then we will go ahead and get power like so. And the bad tide is here, which is not, again, an issue for us. And then we will go ahead and build some pathing. to just try to construct all of this. But that is not terrible. Now the issue is gears I am completely out of, and we run out of power because we do not have flow. So that is going to be a little bit of an issue. We are still pumping through the evening though. In fact, where is it? Didn't I have it over here somewhere? There you are. You, let's go ahead and prioritize you. I can't remember how to see the building. We can lower everything. Oh, that's crazy. How we can see the build constructor stuff. Oh, I just have to click on one of the tabs, I think. But if I do that, there we go. Okay, we've remembered now. We also have the advanced pod over here, so we are making better beavers, let's say. Something else I was contemplating about doing, and it's going to be a little bit difficult just because of the way I set things up, but I kind of want to connect this tube network up here over to this tube network over here. That would require me to kind of connect into this somehow, and we can do that, especially if I dynamite out something like that, but we don't want to prioritize that right now. Food is doing okay. We do have enough fermented kohlrabis to sustain us for now. Sorry, fermented cassavas. Buildings lack power, construction material, bad tide is nice because that keeps flowing. And then the other nice thing is once this is built up here, we will provide power down to the system. Now it's not great and we could expand it out even more as needed. However, it is a nice little accessory. Actually, I'm gonna reroute this a little bit. And what I'm going to do is actually do power something like this and just build this in here. And the reason is we want to be able to at least get through in case we need to come over more to get over here to build another one or to do something else, let's say. Don't know what I really want to do with that, but we need logs and we are getting logs. We have 160 something logs now, which is fantastic. How is our mine doing? The mine is slowly coming along. Let's go ahead and lower the priority on you so the gears start going elsewhere when they're actually being made. We do need 20 gears for that. And then the other thing we want to do is get power online eventually. How are you doing? I need planks and metal blocks. We could build you. And I do want to actually look at another monument potentially. Did I build the laborer monument? I can't remember. Did I put you down anywhere? I don't believe so. I would have done it over here. Let's just put you there. You kind of... Oh no, I do have one. Never mind. He's right there. So I don't need that. Our beavers are up to 16 well-being, which is great. Luckily, this is a very small drought, so I'm not too terribly concerned about that. Oh, and we still need to build all this stuff as well. It's not the end of the world, but we do need trees, which are coming in, which is great, and this water is helping out significantly. Water levels are fine for the mangroves, and then we are pumping water up here. We do need more water, definitely. We do have log pumpers available, which is good. I do want more. I think what we'll do is we can actually get a few more. If I do this, extend out and then get something like that. How big are these? They're just 2 with 1 hanging off the end. So Water's coming back. Deep water pump. I think we'll go and do, I don't want to box this in. Something like you, and get a deep water pump there as well, so that we can still do a little bit of padding. And these will be nice to pump through. We do need this network set up though, in order to really support that. And I think if I look at my pathways, I didn't connect something I should have. So that's finally all connected. So if we do prioritize that, it will help. But primarily, we want to get up here to get the power situation online. These guys can just be off for now because we don't really have the logs. And we can pause you for now as well. But with power coming back online, we should be getting a bit of power. And then our research is going fairly strong, which I'm happy about. Oh, we could even get these things up here. Oh, that could be... How big are you? That's fun. It takes a lot of gears and treated planks. Something that we don't have a large commodity on. I'm actually thinking about replacing one of these with gears as well, because we only have 2 gear workshops, which is not ideal. Yeah, that might actually be better for us. So let's go ahead and demolish you. And then go back to woodwork, and let's get a gear workshop. Like that, and then we'll just do that. So once he's connected, I'll actually pause him, but we do need... The metal blocks are in, that's good. And I do want these online. So let's start doing a little bit of priority setting. So we do that so we get more food. And then... What else do we want? That was super high priority as well. Just so we can start getting extract. It's almost done. That's where all the gears were going. Nuts. Okay. Well, it's almost done. Because we are these guys not doing anything? Yeah, we're full on extract, so that's what we kind of need for that. Food is coming back. We're getting those mangrove fruits. These guys are finally getting up there. And then we will have a bunch of food available. And then this is filling up nicely. All these trees are almost ready. And the forester. Boop. We did have you prioritizing those, but now we can just go back to none, and we can say replant dead trees if need be. That is a nice green area. What we could actually do is we could expand the mangroves. I probably just want to do that. Did that cover everything? That covers pretty much everything. We have one more strip. Like that. And that is a bunch of food. We will need a gatherer flag here. Like so. That is not top priority. Okay, we are storing finally this, so you guys can continue to work. Getting more and more extract, which we use to fuel these guys. If I come over here, this is now getting gears as the top priority. And then if we look at more priorities, we are getting more beavers having injuries, probably because they're moving all the way over yonder. What did I need for these again? Gears. Gears is my limiting factor right now. And what don't you have? You don't have anything. We don't need treated planks right now. The mine is not that important. We do have plenty of metals to go around, but we do want this set up so we can start building the network up here. And we are kind of keeping it just a wee bit tight, and then I will build down, because we have to connect that shaft up. Or we could just power. Do something like that. And I think that allows me to build that. There we go. Okay. Are you almost done? You're almost done. And then we just need planks and metals. I probably want another smelter, if I'm being honest. So if I go to metalwork, not a scavenger flag. I will need more platforming. Like that, just so I can get another smelter online. And then we'll get power. Like that. And then let's go ahead and up the priority of those things. It's going to take a little while, but having another smelter can help us go through. We do have a bunch of scrap. We need to start going through that. Eventually, though, we will... I have 2 of them already. Jeez. Okay, well, third one will still be helpful. Because these guys are filling up. It is nice that this is all coming in, though. Do you not have... You don't have reach for up here. Oh, I thought you did. I was wrong. Alright, so let's go ahead and just unmark then those. Because I can't reach, apparently. Which is fine. But we do have all this planted. These guys are going to take a little bit of time. These guys... And we still have logs over here. So we're doing okay. I do need priority, though, on this stuff. Because I do want more water pumping. And then I think let's also start to prioritize all of this. Just so we start to work on some things, and then we will start to build this network as well. Okay, so we have top priority things of building this. Planks are kind of working. That is not the end of the world. And then we do have a nice power network, which is meeting our actual demand. We are filling up the pine resin, which is good. We do have 5 beaver jobs available. So the question is, what do we want to have? If I look at the farming stations, oh, well, for one, let's unpause those guys because we need to pump water ASAP. We could actually make another one over there. But you guys all have 2, right? 2, 2, 2, and 2. Right, so that is not a problem. In terms of storage, treated planks need more storage, and bad water kind of needs more storage. So treated planks, let's just come over here. And how do we want to do this? You know, I should have done, and we can kind of fix it, is actually no, we'll just do it the other way, so I don't have to. So you can do this over here, and then we'll get some storage. And I think, is it the industrial piles that allow me to store? Yes, it's an industrial pile. So come over here, get a large industrial pile there and there. And then we'll connect up that pathing. Still want to keep triple speed going on like this. You will be treated planks, and you can just be normal planks for now, I guess. I do miss the the little guys just because they were a bit better in developing everything in terms of they had the underground storage, which had nuts amount of things. Um, Not too concerned about that though. And then this guy still needs a bunch of materials. Gears are actually coming up though. We have up to 20, so that is good. Beaver injuries are on the rise though, which is bad. Let's go ahead and just get some well-being, get some medical beds. And those are going to be crazy high priority because they only take, 5 logs and a plank, and logs are coming back, which I'm happy about. We can build more things into here. I think I want more well-being things. I don't know if we're going to go for bots this time. Control tower. Oh, that's cool. Grease factory? All right. Maybe not this time, but maybe next time we do something. And this requires dirt, which means I need other things. That requires power. Detailer does not require power, and that requires power as well. And that is the exercise plaza. Don't need another one of those for now. And I could put some more scratchers available. Like over here we could do something like that. And then decorations. Put a light there. Shrub. Shrub does not reach, which is a pain. Ooh, I like the clock. I like the clock a lot. Problem is, ooh, we could do that. I don't know if that can be reached or not. It might be able to be reached, but I kind of like it on top of there. Let's go back to decorations. Let's actually just get the this as well. All right. Well, hopefully that starts to come up. But water is atrocious right now. That is bad. Hopefully we can get these guys up and running. How are we doing on other things? Yeah, water is fluctuating heavily. It might be because these ponds actually require water in addition to berries. This one, though, berries and extract, so it saves my water situation. Now, this is an advanced breeding pod, and so is that one. And then I don't have to go through the baby phase. So that could be draining a bunch of my water. We might want to switch those out. But also, we just need all this being pumped. But yeah, I'm building platforms, and I left myself an opening so I could extend out to get a lot more water pumping online as needed. But what is eating up my water supply? I do not know. Oh, they're almost done with the smelter there. That'll be good. So that will be more power online for more smelting to get more metal blocks, which drought approaching. Not the end of the world. At least I paused these, but we now have 6 log pumpers out here. And if they actually build this network over here, that'll be good. I'll let them finish that and this, and then we'll start to high prioritize this network and the rest of the connection here. Start to do all that. Did we finish that? We did. And then they should be finishing. Yeah, they're starting to finish that. So let's just up your priority. So we're trying to get the 2 network online, and that will help mitigate some of the travel here. You can see here, once we have this set up, we should be able to just go all the way over. Kind of want you to be a little bit higher as well, just so we can get a little bit more housing. There are 0 free beds. In fact, we have homeless. That is very bad. So let's go ahead and get another large district. Sorry, large barracks. Something like that. Connect you up, but we also need to get some decorations just to make things better for everybody. We'll even get some roofing online. Kind of like that. It's kind of a nice look. Can't really do it there, that's okay. And then we will get beaver statue. And we'll put a shrub there. Okay, so one of these is at least very high priority. Those logs will be needed. I like the exercise plaza. That is funny. All right. Okay, so they should also start to be building this eventually. Do you have power? You do have power and someone is working? Perfect. So we should be upping our metal block production, which that should help with things. Okay, but now we're having the beavers come through. It seems like the network is done. So if I connect there, that's 46, that's not bad. But over here you can see 77 is very bad. That's almost done, which is good. We just need this tube network set up. Which I don't know. I guess they're prioritizing. Oh, they are building the scaffolding, which is good. Those are our fermented cassavas. We got the mangrove fruits. We are starting to get more mushrooms and eggplants. Did we ever get that food factory online? Can't remember. It is not online yet. Oh, this is going to need to be prioritized as well, just so we get those gears online. Oy vey. How many builders do I have? Do I need another builder hut? I have 8 beavers that I could build another builder hut. So we go to our district, and I want another builder's hut. Drought has started again. Not that concerning to us. Yeah, let's super high prioritize that. We will pause these. Water is coming up slightly, as we can see. We're up to 640. But yeah, we definitely want to have this all set up. And we are going to run out of the metal blocks, which we are out of, so we're not going to build a tube network. We are still growing trees and collecting wood. In fact, these guys are almost ready, which is really good. These guys have fruit. Ooh, we need to prioritize you and get a workplace, so we get one of those beavers in there. And then you need logs and planks, which we should have ample stuff for. I do want more water storage though, more centralized. And I need to figure out how, like once this connection's up, I don't know if that's faster as opposed to a direct route. Oh, this still isn't done. Okay, so that is not fully connected. But what we could do is I go to two ways. It's not really what I wanted, but we'll just come over. I kind of like the look at this. Triple. And then we just need to get something like this. And this is where we're going to need and we will need to mark this for destruction. But then we can go back to the pathing, get a tube-way stood up there. Water's still okay, food's still doing alright. And then once that's destroyed, we can do other things. But that actually will connect this over to here more directly, so we have multiple paths to go through. And this is starting to come along. That is almost made. We do need metal blocks, which we don't have power for. How are you coming? Okay, so we are building that. Did we get the other builder's hut online by any chance? No. Let's actually lower your priority just a little bit. If this is built, we'll satisfy the jobs, which is better. There we go. So we'll have more builders. We could also build a hauling post just to handle more jobs. What are you requiring? I will just build you two. And then get pathing. And actually delete that one path. Then I can put a decoration in there. Probably just a lantern. Something like that so it lights up. But we want to, that's 8 jobs, so that'll take care of some beavers. Then we'll turn this priority back on, up to high, like so. And look, we have maxed out beaver jobs. We could actually, if we paused those things, be fine as well. But water is doing okay, and we are pumping up here. Maybe. Let's actually, can I prioritize by haulers for these guys? There we go. They need a little bit of go-go juice. Kind of like the whole network snaking across. Storage is not going to be really an issue in the long term, I don't believe. Oh, they did get rid of that. So let's go ahead and set that up before something grows back. There we go. Oh, we had mangroves over here. We just consume food so much. Having the food rations online, and actually I could build a coffee bean place. So if I go to food, get coffee. That's the fermenter. There's the coffee brewery. We can now do that. And then we can up your priority. Because we should have treated planks. We have 10 of them. And then that would mean you can be played again. Alright, we did get this housing. Is this reachable? It's too far from the district center, which is a pain in my butt. It cannot be created. What I'll have to do is actually build scaffolding platforms. How high are you? Oh, that's just a double. Something like that, just to be able to build that. Ta-da! Anyways, the beavers should be up and running. The drought is still going. Water is decreasing. Kind of. We're kind of okay. But once we have this set up, I'm hoping that greatly diminishes the travel time that the beavers require. This one, not as much of an issue. We do need a lot of metal blocks. Unconnected building. Oh, hold on. How did you build that? Unless you built it from there. Interesting. Just connect all those then. We're out of planks, so don't do that. But it'll be connected eventually. We need wood. Wood is coming along, and we do have you gathering stuff. You're going to prioritize the mangrove fruits. There we go. So these guys are growing. We do have fruit available on a lot of them, it seems. We might need to get storage. I'm okay with storage. We can actually get a little cheeky storage right here. And we could get a big old storage large warehouse there, and you can be just mangrove fruits. Fruits, there you are. And you know what we'll actually do? We will make another food gather flag here, and you can prioritize mango fruits. Okay, well, we have plenty of housing available now. Water is coming back up a little bit. I think we might need more up here. I think also the issue is just how far they have to travel. What do I need storage for? We could add more berries. That actually might behoove us. We will be getting into rations eventually, but for now, we'll just make you berries so we have more of that going. Water could be good there. You are working on being maxed out, and did we ever get you built? We did not. We need those gears. Because then we will start getting rid of this oil and storing oil, which would be fantastic. We're actually uncovering some of the wood here. Oh my gosh, we've almost lowered an entire block. That's nuts. Are these guys going to... No, they have a little bit more room, and these guys are really deep pumpers. We could actually just extend out here and get a few more. So if I come to here, something like that, and then get that, we could get another deep water pump here. But again, really want this tube network set up completely. And it does require just a wee bit of stuff, which is high prioritized. So hopefully they get that done. There's a lot of high priority things. But water is fluctuating is a problem. Logs also fluctuating, but we are starting to get wood up here now. So all this is going to be growing. You guys can cut all that down. Perfect. And then, oh no, this died. Hold on. Let's not have these die out. Did not even realize that. Our water's flowing back in. Was that good enough? That was not good enough to travel the entire distance. Let's go and just lower you a little bit more. Add another flux in. Push that water over. So we don't want this to die. We want these trees to be happy and healthy. That's returning. Okay, so we're starting to get power back on, or we will be getting power back online. We do have unemployed beavers, which is fine as well. All right, and then coming up here, we can start producing these things. You are just going to be treated planks for now, and you will be the normal planks. Well, actually, I don't need planks at all, just because those two are planks, 3 planks, yeah. We are okay on that. Oy vey. All right. Building lacks power. Yeah. We're waiting on this to fill back up, which it's almost there. And we are starting to get a lot of those mangrove fruits. They are everywhere, so that is a nice secondary input. Kohlrabies are okay. Once power comes back on, we'll have that. Mushrooms are coming up, which is good. I do want to expand the farming a little bit to try to increase my corn yields. This is cassava storage. Coffee's fine. All right, raw cassavas are there. They're going to start to be processed heavily once this all turns back on. And we do have flow, which is good. So now we come over here and we do that. So we're now pumping again because we want that to come up. The other thing what we probably want to do is we probably want more water storage if I be a betting man. So we will go ahead and mark that for destruction. And I'll probably just destroy you as well. And we can high prioritize all of that. And we can build another water shed. All right. Storage. And you will just be water because we need a water. Yeah, we're hovering very, very low. So I don't think we try to expand up the beaver population besides these guys, because we do have berries. Is this actually being filled up with berries? Not yet. But we do have lots of berries. As long as we're not eating the berries for other food things, we're okay. We could even plant more berries up here. We could get a farm. Farm could actually be nice. Temporarily, though, I am going to add a lumberjack flag like that. And then mark trees for cutting. All of that. And then we will go ahead and super high prioritize this for now. Pull someone from some job just to chop that down, and then we'll have farmland available. Can you actually reach? You'll be able to reach up there, and these give me one at least. So we can just clear all that once it is done. And metals are coming along. This we will need sooner rather than later. And these two beavers can go into here. If that is not the case, we will need to migrate up to here, which is fine. We could build a tube network all the way up there. That could actually behoove us quite well as a secondary metal source. Okay, this tube network is being set up, which is good. Did they ever finish this one down here? They did not. It's just waiting metal blocks, and that's waiting planks. So, it's coming along. We're having a little bit of a thirst problem, it seems. Just because they're having to travel so far. Because there's no water in here. Why not? This is all water storage. I'm actually contemplating, you know, we'll just get rid of these two. Get rid of all that. We'll just add more water here. Which I am okay with. Okay. Production. Let's check things. Gears should be coming online, hopefully, possibly. We're producing gears, don't get me wrong. Oh, our power network is not as good as it should be. You know what? I'm going to temporarily pause you, because that is like 500. And that's going to up. Yep, we're now producing more than enough. Don't need the research right now. We're kind of doing okay on what we have. I could, you know, get some of these things if needed, but we don't need them right now. Now, I already have triple dynamite. Dirt excavator could be good. Irrigation barrier, don't really need that. Permeable floor, maybe. And those floodgates, not so much. We could run it at night. I wish, actually, that could be cool if I could have a cycled, you know, nighttime run the number cruncher, because the system is fine. And then during the day, it would auto go, oh, boop, and then just go, we're meeting the demand heavily. But we should normally be, yeah, we are meeting our demand. Why aren't power inputs, network supply? Why did flow stop so heavily? Excuse me. Are we pumping that much that we can't sustain flow now? Okay. No, that's just weird. Okay. We're producing. Good. Alright, how's the network coming along? Metals coming and going near instantly. Oh, sweet, they're traveling much, much faster now. Very happy about that. We even have more housing up and a going. We got 20 free beds. Happy about that. How are we doing on this network? It is coming along. And this, oh, we're building it from both directions. It's actually almost done. And then we can start building this, which is actually a lot cheaper. Because if you look here, just 2 planks, 1 metal block. These guys require 4 planks and a metal block. So still just the 1 metal block, but not as bad. And yeah, I am thinking about getting up here to do something that could be cool. We could even barricade this off and try to get water up here. But there's only the 1 water source on the map, like these 3, which makes this map difficult for expansion. All right, now logs are coming up. Water is coming up as well. Network power is roughly fluctuating, but we are starting to build this. Yes, that's where our logs and planks are going to be going now, primarily, which is, I'm okay with this. And how are we doing over here? I'm hoping that this just turns much, much better for distancing. We only need a handful more. I think the next day we'll have the majority of our tube network established. Be very happy about that. But we've expanded wood production. I'm fairly positive with how things are going. Yeah, this is almost grown again. We're doing good there. We are just needing to get some other stuff online. Canola oil's finally coming up. We need to get food rations. I want to expand another farm out, which is what we're going to be doing up here. So if I go for food and I get a farmhouse right here. Then once he is done, we can go ahead and plant a bunch of our crops over here. Actually, once the metals are done, this can all turn into, say, corn. Which would be cool, right? Get all the corn. Right, how are we doing over here? Seems that we're good. So this got reduced from like 77 to like 55-ish. Or 57. That's not bad. You're still not great. I could actually build more out to here. Or even build over to here. That's fine though. We don't need that right now. That's kind of the extent of our system. Up here though, we are doing good. We just need, yeah, there's all those mangrove fruits. And we couldn't high prioritize you just so we have 2 people working this. I really like this tube network, though. Could even build farming down here, just because we do have some greenery. We need more beavers for that, though. So to that end, let's actually just go ahead and up these guys to priority, because we do have the should have treated planks online. And why aren't you? Oh, I know why. Hold on. Boop. So now they'll produce the treated planks for usage. Forgot about that. That doesn't have power. And then let's actually try to get you online as well as a high priority. This is producing 250, which is good. If we come over here and just do a little bit of that first, then that will allow us to at least connect one of them up to help increase the network power. And then we will move forth and conquer. I don't know if they can reach this is the question. Oh, they can. Perfect. That's why I was built this. All right. Well, production has definitely boomed. Tubeways are set up. That should help alleviate everything. We are trying to get more water online. We're trying to get more materials too, because it'd be a long grind. The mine is slowly coming online. Recipe will be for what is scrap metal? I don't know what scrap metal efficient is. We'll see that when we actually get it online, but I like the lights in the tube. That is fun. And then we could have this as a higher priority as well. In terms of what we want next, I'm thinking let's just up a few of these things. Just so they start building more and we are getting more power online. This is almost connected. That just basically needs to be whacked with a hammer and that needs a log. Yes, yes, more power for the network. I do like how we have get a little bridge under here. So we can do that. It's the only reason I did that. Okay, you should be producing all the time now. You have 100% power. And then this is now connected to the network, so we can see the excess power that we're generating. And you guys are almost done with that. And then if we prioritize you, then we will get a little bit more on the system there. I just need a log and a hammer. All right, yeah, water is still becoming an issue. I think it's because we're pumping water out here, which I want for food production, don't get me wrong. But we are running into a bit of an issue for that, and we did get these guys online. So this will allow us to get even more beavers. We have a lot of breeding pods. I can even squeeze in one more in there. Another drought is approaching. That is not great for us. It is not the end of the world, though. While you guys are pumping, pump, 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 pump. Yeah, I do. Oh, I can limit its depth. They can go down to 6 apparently. That means I should get these trenches built. Well, we don't have a beaver available for that, so that's just going to be kind of lower priority. But we did get this network stood up. I think everything's connected, right? Seems to be. Yep. Okay, so that's nearly 3,000 power. So we are able to expand out what we need, and we are going to start building the coffee and other things. I guess we're just running out of things to build. They should be working on this tube network then. Did I have priorities set for that? I did not. Let's actually up your priority so that we can get that working. All right, no recipe selected. Oh, we finally built this. Okay, so let's go with, what do we have the most of? We have 322 corn, eggplant rations only 105, algae ration, we got nothing. So let's go with corn. So it's going to take 1 and that produces 5. That's not bad. And then we can just, do I have corn rations set up? I don't believe I do. The thing is getting it over here too. It's going to take a little ways. Now we could potentially take the tube network most of the way. It's not the end of the world. I can't remember what canola oil is used for, unless it's used for like coffee. Okay, crops will soon die. That's okay. Well, it is and it isn't. These guys just need to be on all the time. These are going to be taking water as well. Okay, did not realize that bit. So water is going to become a problem for us. Nearly guaranteed. We're hovering about 500. The drought, again, I don't think the drought's going to be a problem just because we have so many pumpers over here. But it is going to be an issue at some point. I wish we could have like a filter in terms of generating, good water from bad water. Let's also go ahead and set 1, 2, something like you, and then 1, 2, 3. And I do need that as well. So what we are going to do here is do this, and then I want storage like you, and you are going to be at least corn rations, and then you will be probably algae rations. We will also need algae in general to be stored. I don't know how long it takes to get 70 algae. That's not bad. We could actually migrate one of these in, since we are kind of getting close to maxing that out. We have 270 something mushrooms. Could work on doing that. Get more beavers injured, buildings lack materials. Oh, you just pause. Don't need, we do need more planks. So maybe we do turn you on. And a drought has started. Okay, so we got more beavers being born and everything else. So let's go ahead and pause you guys. And this is all not going to work either. It all requires power. And because it is a drought, this is all going to dry up and stop. So what we will also want up here, power, is engines. So engines do require a bit, but they do produce 400 horsepower. 1, 2, 3. And then we can go ahead and connect these up. And then if this is at least running, then we can't build them all now, but we do have engines for the future. So during a drought like this, we can turn those on. Even during a bad tide, we'll at least have supplementary power to support. The question is, can we survive? It is a very, very long drought. Can we survive with just these pumpers is the question. But I do want this to be alive. Okay, and then you, I do have people in here, but nothing to do. What are you doing? No, 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 no. I want you to, I can't tell you to prioritize. Darn it. I really didn't want you eating that stuff, but, we're gonna do more corn crops. You know what? Fine. Oh, look at that army of beavers coming in for us. Cassava, soybeans, canola. Don't remember what canola does for me, but start with that. Hence why this water is also going to be important just to keep this alive. There's the bumholes of the map. Yeah, no, corn will be good, and that will help fuel this as well. Kind of wanting to get the tube to divert over here so they can travel quickly. Now they can at least travel down to here to move along, but heck, we could make it better, right? Gather flags. We're doing okay. We actually have an unemployed beaver, but we do have those paused because I don't want to be pumping water. We're actually going to let out a little bit of water into here just to help keep it green. Water is going down. It's fluctuating. Come on, guys. Come destroy. Are these too far from district? Of course it is. Pathing, stairs. Think we can build that? Ah, we can't build it. And I kind of locked myself in there. Darn. Well, we'll get that set up eventually. Or actually, you know what we could do? It's a bit of a pain in the butt, but we can do this. And so now they are reachable. And then we can destroy all that. But you can see they're all gonna just like chop all those trees down for me. Perfect. So we come into here. Actually don't need a majority of this. I'll keep that, and then we will go ahead and plant more. Do I want soybeans or I want corn? 10 days to get 2 corn. Jeopardy the corns. So that means these guys are going to be working better, and then we can also expand out. Not cassavas. We could just do. How's our canola stocks? Canola seeds we have plenty of. Soybeans coming up. Probably need more eggplants. Something like that. So these guys will high prioritize, so you guys keep working. Definitely need the food up and running. That's like the no joke. I can take jobs away from these guys. The production is not as important as that. These guys have their logs. Logs definitely seem satisfied for now. We just need production to get up there. But anyways, we're fluctuating on water to the point that I'm actually getting concerned about water. It's not good to be concerned about water. Extract, we have plenty of extract, so I think what we shall do, if I look over here, do I have berries over here? We are starting to get berries over there too. I might start to just destroy some of these. So if I come into here, that is a decent number of goods, like that, and then we come back into housing, and we get these guys online. And so now we'll produce adult beavers, and then these guys use extract rather than water, so we're not wasting water on those. Now I think that these guys are probably my big water suckers. Yeah, 40 water, 40, 60 water for algae. Jeez, we also need storage for algae, I think. Somewhere, probably, maybe, possibly. We could just build it here. It's close. It's not that bad. They would just go doot 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 into here, hop up here, and just walk out. So yeah, storage, large storage, we'll do that. That is correct. Come over there, and you can be, or maybe not. Where is algae? There we go. And then we'll go ahead and up the priority on you guys when we get an opportunity. But we need to have power back in order to support that. And yeah, water is becoming an issue. All these guys are still pumping really strong. We need to up the priority of this as well as these guys in order to get another log pumper on during the, let's say, dry season. And then these motors will, or engines rather, they will help us to power the network in the future so that we can continue production and doing things throughout a drought. But again, that's going to do it for today. We're still, the iron teeth, a little difficult. I think we solved the food problem for the most part. You can see here mangrove fruits are coming up. Kohlrabies are okay. We're in a drought, so we're not producing those, but we do have berries and things. So I think once we get all that online and then we can start prioritizing, once this is up, we'll have food. I think food is probably good. So the next big challenge is, okay, we need to solve our water issue. And it looks like I actually might be maxed out on logs almost as well. Yeah, so I might need to build even more log storage, which would be absolute insanity to me. But we could manage. But yeah, we'll pick up next time. Try to expand out a little bit more, and probably get a little bit more things going. Research is still coming up, but I do want to get this guy online, which is amazing. We could even set him up here, but we need 20,000 and a crap ton of resources in order to support that. So we definitely need to hit stability. I need to get this mine online, and a bunch of other things need to happen before we even reach that point. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, but I will catch you guys next time. Dr. Munchkin, signing out.